Hi, I'm Rishabh from the Things Industries. I head sales and business development here at the Things. And what we do is we help companies start and scale with the LoRaWAN solution, low power sensor networks. We offer a software solution which helps companies with device management, network management, and routes their data to their endpoint. And we offer this as a cloud solution. And we also offer it as an on-premise solution. Our customers typically include solution providers, system integrators, or large enterprises who are working on these low power sensor networks. And we come in with our software stack along with our partner network to help these companies. Okay. So if you look at the major challenges that the water industry is facing, it's mostly to do with identifying where the leakages are happening or collecting the meter readings or trying to do a lot more with less people. And if you see how LoRaWAN is helping or address these challenges, it's really at the forefront with the metering solutions. You see a lot of examples spread around the world where companies or government institutions are using LoRaWAN for water metering use case. But at the same time, it's also being used in water distribution, also used in water leakages, and also the entire process of water management. So the key thing that LoRaWAN is addressing in the water industry is not just the operational aspect, but also the analytic aspect of it. The operational aspects are met with use cases in the metering side, but then also, once people are able to do the metering part well, they can also do water leakage, water prevention. That gives you the analytics of where things could potentially be going wrong. So I think these two challenges are really well covered with LoRaWAN. So if you look at what is happening in Europe, there are a lot of success stories with water metering. You can see them in almost every country. And three main pillars why you see a lot of these success story, especially with LoRaWAN, is number one, it's based on open protocol. So the fact that you have this flexibility, this independent, that you can go and deploy a water metering project, which usually runs for 8 years, 10 years, or even longer, with an open protocol gives you a peace of mind, and it's also a main success factor. There is no lock-in, and this is very key, especially for utility projects, to not have lock-in. And the fact that with LoRaWAN, you can decide which devices to go for, you can decide which gateways to go for, you can choose your vendor. Preventing this lock-in really helps for solution providers to operate a solution and also to scale that up. And the third one is that they have been able to adapt a stack that is already quite mature and it's already been proven. So going for an open protocol without having a lot of lock-ins and proving a standard that already works, I think these are three main things that are the main contributors for success in Europe. And this is also what we see could potentially play a role in the US as well. The first and the foremost thing is start with one use case. I think we also get so overwhelmed with so many different things that we can do in this space, but I think my piece of advice would be start with one use case, start with the business anchor use case, see if you can make it some positive business case out of it, and then later you can always expand. And I think this is also what we have seen that in the beginning, these proof of concept or the initial phase, it might be a bit slow, but you will see very over a period of time that it is also quite steady. Once you put up a water meter and it is actually providing some interesting business information, it is going to be there for a long term. So start with one and then you can always scale to more with more devices. It's slow in the beginning, but it's very steady and it's a very sticky business. So if you had to pick up something from here, I would say start with one use case and then you can always add more use cases on top of it. So the main challenges that utilities these days are facing is the fact that there is so much to do yet with very less resources. The infrastructure is aging. This was set up many years ago, and now it does require investment. It does require some new ideas to be put in. So I think the water industry in particular, what they're looking for is something which is proven, something that has worked in the past, something that is already working, and something that is also it gives them a bit of flexibility. So flexibility comes in with the number of device options that you have, with the number of flexibility in terms of deployment that you have. And I feel that LoRaWAN, with its flexibility, with its open protocol, does have the answer to a lot of questions that the water industry is asking, and also meets a lot of requirements in this particular segment.